When addressed with the question, what is some of America's greatest pastimes, a few things come to mind. The first thing that comes to my mind is the game of baseball. When you think of the game of baseball, most of the time you think of the Major League All-Stars hitting 50 home runs a year and throwing 100 miles per hour. But if you want to see truly great baseball, where all 9 players in the field want nothing more to be playing, and they wouldn't trade their position for anything else, you'll tune in this August to the Little League World Series, where a group of 10 and 11-year-old kids will bring their talents to the big stage for the very first time. A little bit about the Little League World Series. The first World Series was played in 1947 in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and it is still held in Williamsport today. In the original World Series, there was 11 teams from the U.S. only, and today there are thousands of teams across the world that try to qualify for the Little League World Series every year. And there are 10,000 baseball leagues that play under Little League guidelines. To qualify for the Little League World Series, you must win 4 tournaments. First, you qualify for a district tournament, a state tournament, and then a regional tournament, and then you go on to the Little League World Series. And for those regional tournaments, as long as you keep winning, you keep playing until you get to the Little League World Series. When you make it to the Little League World Series, there are 16 teams in the double elimination bracket. 8 teams for the USA, 1 from each region, and there are 8 international teams from all across the world. As I said, the tournament is double elimination, and awards are handed out for the 1st through 4th place teams. The left side of the bracket is always consisted of United States teams, and the other side is all international teams, and the championship game is always between 1 USA team and 1 international team. And every team that qualifies for the Little League World Series is guaranteed 3 games of play. There are some very specific rules when it comes to the Little League World Series, because the most important thing for the committee is the safety of the players. The first rule is that every player on the team must have at least 1 at-bat during the course of a game. Another rule is every player on the roster must play at least 3 consecutive outs in the field. And if those 2 rules are not followed, the team automatically forfeits. The most important rules of the Little League World Series is the pitch count rules. Pitch count rules are important for player safety because overuse of a young arm can cause structural damage in the elbow and shoulder as they grow older. The first rule is that a player may not throw more than 85 pitches in a single day. They may throw more than 85 pitches if their 85th pitch occurs in the middle of an at-bat. They may finish that batter. If a player pitches 61 or more pitches in one day, they must have 3 calendar days of rest before they're allowed to throw again. Also, if a player pitches 41 to 60 pitches in a day, they must have 2 calendar days of rest before they're eligible to pitch again. And 21 to 40 pitches in a day makes it so they have to have 1 calendar day of rest. And if they throw 1 to 20 pitches, no rest is required before they are eligible to pitch again. As I said, these pitching rules are important so they do not end up having to have surgery later in their baseball careers. The Little League World Series has been around for about 80 years, and there's been several big names come through the World Series. Just to name a few: Gary Sheffield, who played in the major leagues for 21 years and hit 509 career home runs. Jason Varitek played 15 years for the Boston Red Sox and helped break their World Series curse in 2008. And also Jason Bay, who is currently on the New York Mets and has hit 207 career home runs. Those 3 players have all came through the Little League World Series when they were just 10, 11 years old. The Little League World Series is something every kid dreams about playing at, and they would not trade it for the world. These kids work very hard to get there, and they wouldn't trade it for anything. Players come from all across the world to play in this series, and it is nothing compared to Major League Baseball. Why is it not comparable to Major League Baseball? Because Major League Baseball players are getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and they still complain about what they have to do on a daily basis. These kids work their tail off for nothing but the sheer enjoyment of the game, and they wouldn't trade anything for the position they're in. So if you truly want to see great baseball, you'll tune in this August to the family of ESPN networks and watch the Little League World Series, and who knows, you could even be watching a future Major League All-Star.